morning. We've ballasted the track, and the mistake a lot of people make is, if they bother to use a spirit level, they think, oh, I've ballasted the track, that's it, it's done. Then they wonder why locos come off. And you can see there, that is not acceptable. Remember, a millimetre is 3 inches, so that's changed 6 inches just by putting the ballast on. So as I've said before, you always check in the morning when you've actually finished with the ballasting and you've left it overnight. Now the reason is that you do that is that the ballast is still soft enough that you can easily move it. So basically I'm trying to do this in real time. Release the screw a little bit, because obviously you don't want to warp the track. And I look at where it's worse, which is there, and I get myself a washer and whop it underneath, which should not be a problem, because the track should not be... I've got the wrong screwdriver. Let's get a bit under there. That's a lot drier than I thought it would be, to be honest. That's not... That's not, it's just the way it... And obviously you don't go mad with forcing it, but I can see it will lift. You may have to reballast a little bit. Let's have a look. So lifting it like that has put it right. However, well, that's now perfect, just lifting it a little bit. Now what I need really, some reason here we go. I'm struggling with this. There we go. Let's have a look. And that's pretty much spot on. Check there. That's pretty much spot on. That's spot on. But I've done this in real time to show you, and that is spot on. Absolutely spot on. See? Spot on. Now this here, I can hide that little washer there with a little bit of ballast, extra ballast. That's not hard, or a little bit of greenery. And when you screw the screws back down, you do it softly, you don't do it hard. You're not aiming to buckle the track you've just had a go at. In fact, I can just probably... No, there's a bit of ballast on that. And you can see here that that has stayed as it is, pretty much. Get my hand out of the way. Let's take this back. I'm doing this in real time, so it's not perfect shooting. However, you are seeing what's happening. And you can see there's no jiggery pokery and how long it takes to do, and you can see there, that is pretty good. That is pretty damn good. Absolutely spot on. Look at that. Dead level. Dead level all the way. But all I had to do was put a washer in there, and we'll put a little ballast or a bit of greenery on that. And as I say, I've showed you in real time, so you can see what is involved. Now that ballast has dried a lot quicker than I thought it would. But hey ho, all done. Right, here you can see, you can't see the washer. Now what you do now is you paint the screws, and I use Tar Black 06 acrylic paint. Tar Black 06 aqua colour. And basically it's a simple task. Open the paint, and on it goes. And that's how you hide the screws. They're BZP, so you're not going to get any corrosion or anything of them. And that's it. All done. And there's the track all finished. Level, and there shouldn't be any problems with it. Thank you. Now the next thing you do is you make sure that the scenery is not going to get clattered by the train. And you'll see here, you always use your widest carriages, which is on Paddington, and you can see there's plenty of room. Plenty of room there. You make sure the wall's in the right place, which it is. It is now. And you move the carriages backwards and forwards. And you can see, now it looks close, but bear in mind that 4mm in the real world is a foot, which is absolutely fine. Now what I suggest you do when you have a situation like this is, because you may be lifting the scenery up again for whatever reason to repair it or whatever you do to it, is just put a small screw where it finishes. So basically you know what to butt it up against. I mean, it's simple stuff, just screw it in. Should be easy to do, all in real time like all my stuff. And there you go. So we know that that goes to there, and we're absolutely clear of everything. Yeah, that's perfect. So you've got your screw there. So if you have to lift the unit up for any reason, the scenery I mean, you know where to put it back. You're not messing around, spending ages putting it back. Thank you. What I have had is I've had Paddington stopping going round here. No matter how careful you are with PVA, it's always worth running a track rubber over the top. Now, I'm not going to be spreading dirt and grease using the track rubber because the track is brand new. And you can see the track is shining up, and it's important to do this the morning after you've actually used the PVA glue on the ballast before it dries hard and it's still soft and easy to get off. One thing you do not use on the track is emery cloth, a file, a grinding disc. You don't use them. That is not the way to go. Now also what you may find is inside the point you've got some UPVA or PVA, and you just have a file and just gently file in there, not the top of the track, but just gently inside the point. Just gently file it, very very gently. Can't, my hand in the way, sorry. Just to get any glue off, just to make sure you've got conductivity. And what I've done is I've moved some freshly glued down scenery which I didn't know was there. But that's basically it. So it's a track rubber across the top, just to get any glue, or because remember you only need a fine bit of glue. Railway wheels are only touching the track a mil, if that, of the wheelies on the track at any one time, any side. And if you've got a little piece of glue, it's going to stop your conductivity. And inside the point, as I say, just a small file, just to take out any glue, and I know it will run fine. Thank you. Now here you can see Paddington going round the bend, and you can see that bend is lovely, and you can see where it runs on the track. It's not quite straight where it meets the point, it's a slight bend, but as long as it runs correctly, that's the important thing, and you can see that it has. With a close-up of the finished track, and you can see the slight curve on the flexi track, where it's coming through, and you can see it works really nice. As I say, test these big coaches, because if you don't, you could risk clipping, be a tunnel, a wall, you'll clip it. And here's another view of the finished bend, and you can see that is a gorgeous curve. And as I said, I've used set track because it's less flexible than flexi track, and set track stays in place a lot better unless you use loads and loads of screws on flexi. Now here's another view of the bend, and to those that have watched the reviews, you probably think it doesn't look any different. Well, trust me, it does. And you can see just there it's gone out more because the scenery goes further out. It's always worth testing any locomotive or train you're using in both directions, because trust me, a tender juts out differently, carriages jut out differently, you do it in both directions. But you can see the finished job, and I hope this has been of some help to you all watching this. Thank you for watching. Thank you.